Hi, I'm josephrlewis, and I write adventures. And I also make these videos. And I've been making these videos for a while now, a year and a half or so. And I've been thinking a lot about this process that we've been talking about, this process of how to write an adventure, and all the pieces and all the puzzles that we have to solve and all the obstacles that we overcome. And all of this thinking has kind of brought me full circle back to the very first video where I talked about the need to have a vision for your adventure. In that first video, I talked about the need to define several elements of your vision for your writing project. And those elements were to have an example of style that you want to use, an example of design that you want to emulate, defining the player action, what they're going to do in this adventure, defining the setting where your adventure takes place, identifying the types of creatures or NPCs or foes that your players will encounter, and lastly, identifying the story, the thing that's going on, that's happening in your adventure. And I still think those are things you definitely want to define when you're starting a project. We want to identify these elements of your vision. But now I want to add some additional ideas, some additional steps to that process. So again, in the vision video, I defined these 6 bullets that you want to fill out, these 6 questions that you want to answer to define your adventure, and that's a good start. I still stand by that, but now I want to identify these additional steps to refine and improve that vision before you start writing any kind of lists or outlines or drafting any content. So you have your bullets. You've identified your style, your design, your actions, your setting, your creatures, and your story. Great. So now you want to take all of those elements, all those ideas that are just rattling around, that are listed up in your document, and you want to weld them together in a short paragraph. Use complete sentences. This is a real paragraph. But just imagine that you're describing the project you're about to start to your friend. So just use plain language, write the way you speak. You should always write the way you speak. And just create a short paragraph that clearly states all of these ideas that you've listed for yourself, but clearly state them in a rambling paragraph to yourself. So to give you an example, here's an example. It's a heroic adventure in the style of an Arthurian romance, set in an evil empire ruled by a dark lord. The PCs are gonna save some innocent people and defeat some evil guys who are going to be mostly human warrior types. And the PCs are going to encounter some important NPCs, including there's going to be an old wizard who has a magic sword, and there's going to be like this charming rogue who has a swift vessel who can carry them along. And there's going to be a brave princess who knows how to destroy the Dark Lord's castle. And yes, I'm describing Star Wars. So you write out your vision in complete sentences. You make this messy, rough little paragraph, nothing fancy, and then you close your laptop, you close the document, you put it aside, and you go to sleep, or you do other things. And then you come back the next day, you open it up, you look at it again, you look at your paragraph, and then you hit enter, 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 and you push it down the page. And now you rewrite the paragraph a second time. It's day 2. And when you rewrite the paragraph, you're just trying to make it a little cleaner, a little clearer, a little bolder, a little tighter. You're just trying to sand off the rough edges. Yesterday was a very rough draft. Today's going to be a less rough draft. So we're just going to rewrite it. We've had a night to think about our ideas. We've probably started to make some connections. Maybe we're imagining what it actually looks like in our mind. So now we rewrite the paragraph a second time, and we try to mold all of that stuff together and just make it a little bit smoother, a little cleaner. So here's the example of day 2. We start with a hot start. The PCs begin in the middle of an attack, an Imperial attack. They have to escape from danger and possibly rescue some fellow rebels who have useful information. And then they're stranded in a desert. So they have to cross this deadly wasteland. And then along the way, they meet the old Mage Knight, who has some secret information, and he can offer magical training, and he has a magical sword. And then they can sneak into this wretched town, and they hire the rogue captain, and he's going to take them to the Imperial Castle. And when they get there to the Imperial Castle, they're going to rescue the brave princess and battle the Dark Lord, who is also a mage knight, and they destroy the castle. Great, this is good, this is progress. The ideas are becoming clearer, and more stuff is starting to percolate and bubble up and being added just kind of naturally. As you've had time to sit and think about your ideas, some connections and some more ideas have come up, and now we can weld them into this paragraph. So the flow of the story is getting better, the locations are becoming clearer. I now distinctly have a desert and this town and the castle as spaces. I understand that now. So again, we're just going to close the document, put it aside, go watch some TV shows, play some games, do other things, refill the tank, get some sleep, and we come back the next day, open it up, do the exact same thing. We're going to shove that second paragraph down the page, and we're going to write it a third time. And once again, our goal is just to keep playing with these words and ideas, trying to make them sound cooler, more logical, tighter, clearer to ourselves, and of course to everyone who's going to be playing this adventure eventually. So here's an example of day 3 draft. The PCs escape from an Imperial attack with some rebel hirelings who reveal that there's a princess to save and a castle to destroy. The PCs cross the desert where the old Mage Knight lives, who trained the Dark Lord, very cool, and he offers them magic training and magic swords. The PCs then enter the village where they hire a rogue captain who will carry them to the castle. The PCs enter the castle, they explore the castle, and there they rescue the brave princess, who is also the daughter of the Dark Lord. Very cool. Then they defeat the Dark Lord, and they destroy the castle. And again, you should just keep doing this process day after day, again and again, as many days as it takes, until your vision feels very clear to you. It's very strong and coherent and exciting to you, and you're just revving to start writing. As you can see from my Star Wars example, by iterating over and over again, I was able to more clearly develop the major locations and the NPCs in the adventure, as well as develop personal connections between those characters, which makes the characters feel more interesting and real and rich. It makes the adventure feel more interconnected and maybe logical or more exciting, more secrets to be revealed. Everyone loves that. So it's tighter, but it's also richer and more layered. So after you've done this exercise for a few days in a row, your vision should be very strong and clear in your mind, but also you would be thinking about a lot of very specific ideas. You're imagining these spaces. What is this desert like? What are these mage knights like? So at this point, I personally would be thinking about what is this hot start with the Imperial attack? What exactly does that look like? I'd be dreaming up what the desert looks like, what the village looks like, and what the castle look like, and what's going to go on in those spaces. I'd be cooking up ideas about these mage knights. Who are these mage knights? What do they look like? What can they do? What do they have to offer? What is their stuff? What else? I'd be weaving together more of this backstory about how the old Mage Knight trained the Dark Lord and how the Dark Lord, had a family and has this daughter who is the brave princess. All of these things would be coming together in my mind, and I've been suppressing writing about them because I've been working on this vision statement. So by the time I do start writing, I have tons of ideas. I've lived in the idea for a while. I've been living in this space in my mind, and now I've become very excited about it. I have a lot of clarity of thought about it. I've welded all of these ideas together, and now I'm very excited and very ready to actually start writing. But before I actually write the adventure, I'm going to write something else. This is something I've started doing over the last year. I would first write the introduction. So I have my vision statement, this paragraph in hand. Now I would try to imagine the opening scene of the adventure, where everything's going to start. And again, in our Star Wars example, we're starting with this hot start, with this escaping from an Imperial attack. So I would write a couple little paragraphs of flavor text about what it's like to be in this attack. What does the Dark Lord look like and his troops? How do they attack? What are they destroying? Who's fleeing? Who's under attack? What does it look like? What does it smell like? It's just a paragraph of flavor text to really sink into this setting, the beginning of my adventure. So partly this is to get the GM excited when they read this flavor text that they want to buy this adventure and run this adventure. But then it's also flavor text that the GM could copy and paste and send to their players and get them excited about the game. So they could say, look, this is the game we're going to run tonight, make a character that's appropriate and get excited. this very early stage when we're writing our vision and our introduction, our flavor text, it's also a good time to write some rough draft hooks. Now that we have a vague idea of what's going on in this adventure, or not so vague really, we can start describing what exactly are the players going to do. Well, the murder hobos get to kill some troopers and defeat the Dark Lord. The big darn heroes get to save the princess. Our wizards, or the people who want to learn and acquire stuff, they can hang out with the mage knights and get a mage knight sword, because I haven't invented the lightsaber yet, and that's coming later, and I'll figure that out, and then we can go back and update the hook. You can get a lightsaber in this game. Very cool. So having some rough draft hooks at this stage, again, makes it very clear about why are my players going to want to play this adventure that I'm about to write? Well, now I know. They want to do these things. They want to do these actions, go to these places, meet these people for these reasons. So to recap everything that we just talked about, we want to outline our vision with the 6 bullets from the first video. And then we want to draft a vision paragraph using real sentences, complete sentences, natural language, plain language, just like writing like you talk. And we're going to revise that over and over again once a day, get some sleep in between, watch some shows, watch some movies, play some games, refill the tank, do some reading. And then come back and keep refining that paragraph again, day after day after day. Just do this one paragraph. Make it smoother, make it sharper, make it clearer, make it more exciting to you, until you just can't do it anymore because it's very clear and you're ready to write. And then once you have that vision incredibly clear in your mind, write some introductory flavor text to embellish on how this adventure starts, that help get you very excited and help get everyone else very excited for the adventure that you're about to write. And once you do that, I think you'll be well on your way to writing a great adventure. And that's all I got for this week, so good luck out there. Hey everyone, if you like this content and you want to see more, or if you just want to support the channel, you can head over to my Patreon, where I have a whole bunch of stuff being queued up. We have dev notes for my adventures, we have my fantasy novels, we have early access to videos, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So please go check out my Patreon at patreon.com/josephrlewis. Thanks.